hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday, Tasty Tuesday, okay? It is your favorite girls from the Wine and Chocolate Show. My name is Jasmine J, aka the Wine Goddess.
And I'm Kiki, the Countess of Cabernet, and you are now watching Just the Sip, where we come and give you a little taste throughout the week before we give you the big gulp every Sunday. So, thank you very much to all of our new subscribers, all of our new followers, even our standbys, our loyal followers, anybody that's been watching our clips, anybody that's been watching our shorts, and anybody that's just been sitting by their phone wondering,
Who
where
the
my
hell?
girls at? From the front to back. Is you feeling that? Put one hand up. Can you repeat that? Okay. So we are back. We had a little nice little vacation slash work. We had a
Work vacation,
workcation.
work trip,
Yes,
work
we had a
trip.
workcation. Yes, is what we did. We worked and we played. We had a good time. We went down to good old ATL, shouting.
Hey, hey,
We
hey, hey, hey.
we were told about a massive podcast festival that is thrown by the Black Effect Network. Shout out to Charlemagne the God. Everybody knows him from the Breakfast Club. Been around for a good little long time. He's one of these kings and these media kings. You know, we got to give him his flowers and such. So went down there. Was in that car, girl. Okay, it was a good 12 plus hour car ride, which I'll be for me also because, but
You
for
didn't have to
me.
drive.
I didn't have.
You didn't have to drive.
However, so even though like still being confined, you
Yeah,
feel me?
that's
I
more.
actually probably would have preferred to drive because at least would have
Really?
I would have done something. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Because the drive itself wasn't that bad. It's Atlanta traffic. When I tell you,
It ain't nothing like
if
this out here in Kansas City. Now,
no
Kansas City, you get caught up on the 35, but you be in there for a good 10, 15 minutes, and you go about your damn day.
nothing, it's nothing. It's nothing, my nigga. It's nothing. But in Atlanta, so LA is still the king. Okay, LA is still the fucking worst. But when
100%.
I say that the margin is this thin
It's
between them niggas,
right
what is
there.
it? Look at my fingers. Look at my fingers. Okay, look at my eyes. Roll them. Okay, that is just so. It's just as bad. Like it's terrible. But I will say I thought we experienced it more during the daytime. When it
Yes.
was nighttime, we was moving fine. You know what I'm saying? It's regular 18 to 23 minutes where we're trying to get to, but baby, in the daytime, you need to add an extra 30.
Shout out
You
to all
this
the
ain't
people that
no
live in Atlanta because
God bless you.
y'all are really dedicated. Like, y'all are dedicated. Y'all got the patience of a saint.
Hmm.
Okay, you Uber drivers and DoorDash folk out there in Atlanta.
Y'all getting that money. I
Okay,
know y'all getting that money. On top
I
of being tipped, baby, because I know I tipped my folks, the people that drove me, I tipped my people. So I know you're already getting, well, as much as capitalism will allow you to get. But I know that you still make a good chunk of money making your own schedule because just to drive, like, okay, right? I went to go get my feet done. All right, while we was out there. Place was like, it said 10, 11 minutes from where I was from. Took
listen.
maybe 20 because of the traffic, right? So it's like, excuse me, just that little short trip, okay, that was like $15, right? But for me to go, ideally, it was about like a 20-minute, but because of traffic, it was like 35 minutes to go get my massage. That motherfucker was $35. So it's like, it, it don't, and then you got to act fast because them prices change by the second. Because see, I like to go back and forth between Uber and Lyft. Baby, I was like, okay, I can't keep comparison shopping. You got to pick one. So I could only imagine if you needed a ride to the airport, if you needed a ride to the train station, if you needed a ride to the other side of town, if you live on the east side, trying to get to the west side, live on the north side, trying to get to the south, bitch, you're looking at $60.
Ain't no such thing as walking nowhere. Do they have a bus station? I don't even know if I
They
saw a
do.
bus. Okay.
They do. They have a they have the
Really?
MARTA.
I feel
Yeah.
like the bus people are like, bitch, no.
I mean, because quite frankly, at this rate, it's like unless you're going somewhere like, school, work, like something stationary, you're really not trying to take that fucking bus. You're not trying to take that bus to go to Target. You're not trying to take that bus to go to Walmart, nigga.
No,
You're just gonna suck it
absolutely.
up and call the Uber or whoever. You don't have to, pay for a big boy because you got packages. You know what I'm saying? So nah, ain't nobody trying to be on the bus with groceries. Ooh, child, no, that's fucking awful. So I'm like I said, I'm quite sure the Uber Lyft folks, y'all making that coin out there. Salute to y'all because not only the traffic, it's just so widespread down there.
Everything.
Like the term country mile had to have been invented down
Had
there.
to.
This shit is so hither and yon, bro. But shout out to Atlanta. Had a
Okay.
great time. Went
Wonderful
to
hospitality.
Papados. Huh?
Just that wonderful hospitality from the folks.
Yes.
Very
Thank you to
welcoming.
all of the celebrities that were
Yeah.
there, internet, person or otherwise. Nobody hit you with the fake shit, nobody exactly. Nobody wasn't trying to like, be gracious or have gratitude that you like their stuff. You like, you share, you subscribe, you enjoy a person's content. People, which I was happy to find out, people are very enthralled in our content because like we keep telling you guys, we are your gateway. Use us. You are our target audience. We want to help you get into wine. We want to help you grow your palate. We want to help
Have
diversify,
real
your life.
experience when you drink. Have real
Yes,
experience.
like
Not to
it's
be
it's a sensational thing.
whole thing.
It's all your senses are together, okay? But not only that, like we said in our pitch, the luxury aspect, the financial aspect. We as Black people, we love comfort, we love luxury, we love going on vacation, we love going on cruises, we love getting massages, all sorts of stuff. Wine is perfect for that because
Yeah.
once you get into wine, you start going to these vineyards. You
Okay. And
start
these
going to these
events,
wine
you start being in rooms with rich ass motherfuckers. Okay.
wealthy. Now
Yeah.
that's
There you go. I
wealthy.
thought wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's wealth. Wealth and rich
Okay,
is
because two different. Well, Chris Rock say rich, you can blow that in the summer with cocaine. Okay, no,
yeah. Takes a little while
wealth
longer. Yeah.
is the person that's signing the check. That motherfucker wealthy.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but just again, thanks to everybody. Made it a great. It did rain a little bit, but they had. The tents were up. They had the banners, up. So try to help with that. It was mostly indoors. Thank you very much for that. Just had a great
Okay.
time.
Whew. No, I said, okay, thank you for that. Cause my hair, Dah.
Okay.
Spent hours on that. It's just like gone in a second.
It was fine, you know what I'm saying? Because we should just tease the back of it up a little
Yeah.
bit more. Now we would have had the real like lioness,
Yeah.
wine goddess lioness type
Natural
of,
light.
yes, yes. What about you, friend? What did you like about the podcast festival and everything?
Well, just first of all, going again down to Atlanta was our first time, my first time. I was extremely, extremely excited. I love how again welcoming and warm everybody is because down even in Kansas City, some of the celebrity can get to people's head. Okay, and so it was just very refreshing to not have to deal with that. Um, it's so much that I have. I agree with you on the traffic. That was just some complete bullshit. The ride down there, cramped in that motherfucking car for 13 hours. I never thought I would ever do no shit like that. But it was worth it. It was so, 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 so worth it. Um gosh. Let me think of my top one that I'm just well, number one, we got into VIP at the Black Effect event, and so that was freaking amazing, getting to really get up close and personal with some of these producers and TV producers from iHeart and Black Effect network. Getting our faces out there was really fun. Actually pitching the podcast was really fun. So they had this little booth and everything at the very beginning of when you walk in and everything, and the people in line were very nice. Like it was just a vibe. It was just such a beautiful Black ass vibe.
Mhm.
And seeing the acts and stuff like that. Wanted to get behind the curtain. Okay, next time. Next time. um, let's see. Oh, visiting the 85 South show set. That was amazing. You know what I'm saying? Meeting Clayton English. That was awesome. I met Lauren from Williams from Real Housewives of Atlanta. Her sister Portia is on that show. And so again, just everybody's super sweet and nice and not letting the fame get to their head. Because it's like, I mean, it's like LA basically for black people. Cause it's like, bitch, okay, you know what I'm saying? We all famous around here. Like, we don't need to act, you know what I'm saying? Like super bougie or anything like that. And again, you just never know who that next person is gonna be, right? It's like
That's true.
at the end of the day, right now, yeah, you popping, but please believe everybody was here at one point, and
Hmm.
so that spirit was just very, very prevalent there. So I just really appreciate that. Made me want to leave soon as I got home. Okay, I was like, man, this ain't the city for us. Okay, Kansas City, I love you. Ain't no shade, girl, but period. Okay, we got to do big things, and we do big things when we collaborate and work together. And in Atlanta, that spirit is just super high.
Yeah.
It's overwhelming.
It's
So
kind of like the conversation that we had in line with one of the other people, because we were saying these things about Kansas City. Because first of all, when we got there, the first person that we like networked with was from Kansas City, so he ended up going out to, I believe, to South Carolina, and ended up hooking up with some dudes that came from New York, and they're helping him with his album and all these other types of things, stuff like that. So just that little small world type of thing happening prompted the conversation that me and her had in the line about, like, it's a shame that so many talented people from Kansas City always have to outsource themselves. They can't just organically blow up from Kansas City. They have to go to New York, to LA, to Atlanta, to Chicago. They have to go to other places where that spirit of collaboration lives. And now they basically, that's how I look at Janelle Monae, right? I look at her as like one of the biggest mantles we got. Like, Mama's Oscar
right,
nominated.
right,
Feel what I'm saying?
and
Like,
it's been in films, yeah.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, she easily transitioned TV film. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but she couldn't be that from here. She went to Atlanta and hooked up with, Big Boy, and I think she had like a little deal with Diddy at some point and stuff like that. So, she was able to to our Midwestern resilience, she was able to get herself into those rooms and get it to her advantage, but it's a shame she just couldn't do it here. So one of the guys that overheard us, he was just like, well, it's our job to make the city poppin'. And I was like, you have a point, but it does get to a point where there were already there were dozens and dozens of people here that already could have did that, but they weren't able to. So
Or they
what
refuse to.
my in right, but that's what I'm gonna say. My fervent hope and wish is that even if we do go to another city, whatever, what have you, we'll always come back here. We will always have something here. And that is how we will use the clout to get people to come back, instead of just going off to these places, popping off and making and just saying that I'm from Kansas City in interviews. Two different things. So come back to the city, make, these deals and partnerships and stuff, and then, the city may get on that way. But you do have to have a commitment to your city to do that as well. So it's twofold.
And
Mm.
like you said, I just love how everybody was super into what we're doing and seeing the vision of it. Like that really made me feel good because I mean, obviously, like we live it, we're in it, so we're gonna appreciate it, right? But to hear others who have never met us before, just be like, you know what, I really want to get into wine. And it's just like nothing out there that has this, place for us. And it's like, well, we fit right here for you. So fingers crossed, you guys, pray for us, send all your positive energy, all the things that, we'll get a call from the Black Effect. And if nothing else, again, we're definitely going to go back next year because it was just fun. It was just fun to be there, fun to network, talk to the people. Saw so many influencers that I've seen on YouTube and da 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 and everything and TV and stuff like that. And so it's just, it was just great again to be in the room. Very quick ass turnaround time, as y'all know.
It
Um,
was.
but we worked that bitch out, boy. We worked it out. With
Okay,
that,
so
oh, go ahead.
yes, yo, I think you're gonna get to it. So
Papu?
yes, we was
Okay.
feeling all hopeful. No, no, not them yet. We was
Oh,
feeling all hopeful and shit. And I do think that the universe is on our side.
oh, most definitely.
So when I came, actually, no, today, because you know what's so crazy? Because we don't get to them later, but we got some news of an important breakup, right? So on top of said breakup, people's doing their little astrology breakdown ones and twos. And you know how the algorithm works, y'all. You click one thing, they finna give you
Blood.
five more. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? Like, damn. So then all of a sudden I just started getting all these fucking like astrology tweets or whatever. But I came across one today and I was like, oh man, this sounds really good, especially from the experience that we just had this weekend. I'm feeling pretty good. So you want to play a little video? I sent to you. It's the first thing I sent to you
Oh,
in the
my bad.
thing.
Okay, got you. Oh, that's right. My bad. Okay, got you. Got you. Okay. Let me find it. Okay, found it. Okay, here it is.
These four zodiac signs are about to experience a once in a lifetime transit. Today, for the first time in 84 years, Uranus, the planet of sudden change and major disruption, enters the sign of Gemini. This is a once in a lifetime transit for so many of us, but these four zodiac signs are going to be the most affected. Their life will change permanently over the next 7 years. First place is obviously Gemini. You'll become much more independent mentally and you'll go through a complete overhaul of your life. It's safe to say you'll reinvent yourself from the ground up. Second up is Virgo. The first part of this journey is going to be very uncomfortable for you because you're so used to being in control. But as time goes on, you'll learn how to adapt faster and tolerate chaos and find your center within yourself. Third up is Sagittarius. During the next 7 years, you're going to experience a life that you didn't even know was possible for you. I'm not going to lie, at first you're going to be disillusioned, but as time goes on, you're going to be in awe with all of the opportunities that present themselves to you. And the last one is Pisces. This 7-year chapter is going to be a wake-up call for you. You'll realize what desperately needs to change in your life, and you'll finally have the guts to do something about it. But trust me when I say that at the end of this journey, you're going to be unrecognizable from who you are right now. Now, let me know in the comments if you have any of these four signs in your chart and how you're feeling, because you're in for a huge change.
Not us having both motherfucking shit at the end. We got Pisces and Sagittarius in our chart, child. So double whammy.
I was just gonna say, I was like, cause you got a Pisces rising, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I told you I got like four placements in Sag somewhere in that chart.
Yeah,
So yeah, motherfuckers, yeah, it's going down. So
it's
and then on
definitely
top of
written
the
in the
fact,
stars.
huh?
It's definitely written in the stars.
On top of the fact, like, cause I hadn't put the pattern on my phone in months, probably about a year or so, and I just was shits and giggles, pulled it up. Now I've read a little bit before we left,
Mm-hmm.
and it was saying shit like that. But I like how she said like I was unrecognizable,
Yes,
and that's what I'm waiting on. I don't know in whatever form positive,
yes,
whatever positive form I become unrecognizable in, I am for it. I fuck with
absolutely. That's super exciting. Like you said, I mean, again, I agree with you that it's just meant for us to experience this change because number one, we've been doing this almost 3 years now. You know what I'm saying? And we've been dedicated, we've been diligent about, trying to reach out and just grow and everything. And again, bitch, shout out to you because I while I do have vision and I'm like, yes, full speed ahead, whatever. It's like little stuff that you do and you notice this random ass shit that happened where you end up pulling in, a show developer from iHeart. You know what I'm saying? Just off a small, simple conversation that ain't nothing had to do with the show or podcast or anything like that. So I'm just again super appreciative of you because it's like again, whatever, all the things got connections, contact people, blah blah, but it be little stuff like that even that just makes such a change in a different situation happen.
Well, thank you, friend. I
Yes,
appreciate
of
that.
course, of course.
Because in our conversations about perception and you know, treatment and all these kind of things. I have just had to, Lord has just had to have me recognize that He gave me a sort of like a sixth sense of people. Like, no, I'm not no body language interpreter, no shit like that.
Sure.
But the energy, if
You
you
can feel
are
the energy.
you are, yes, especially if you are a self-aware person. Like I keep hammer home. Once you become self-aware, it literally is like putting on new glasses. Shit is if things get sharper and more, defined, you're like really tuned in.
Yeah,
So you can start to tell, to really get a sense of, okay, this is real, this is bullshit. I believe you are trying to change. I believe that you're wasting my time. And much like what we're going to get into, you have to understand that the way people treat you is not always necessarily a reflection of you. You know what I'm saying? Most times it is a projection of themselves that they are putting on to you. So a lot of the same thing we talked about, like Tina and Teddy, right? You don't have to take any feel any shame or blame for what that man did, because that was his decision to do that to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter what you do, what you look like, how much money you make. This is going for both genders, because I would for both sides. It does not matter if that person is not equally, yoked to whatever it is you're doing. Y'all are not a team, y'all not on the same page. That is parentship, that is friendship, that is relationship, that is work. Any shit is doomed to sink if you don't float on communication. It's gonna fucking go down.
yeah,
So if you're not on the same boat, you bound to drizzle. And that's really it. And at the end of the day, you can take away what you learn from it, but some of that shit is just ain't nothing to do with you, bro. That shit have nothing to do with you. So I guess I'm my little final sip for you right there. But
yeah,
yeah, I'm excited, bro. I'm hopeful, knowing that being with you, doing this, really carving out our lane and defining who we are individually as well as together with wines and chocolates. It's been real.
yeah, man.
You're real cool. And I would not prefer to do this with anybody else.
Oh,
So yeah, so it's in the stars, mother suckers.
it is.
But
Watch out,
to oh,
because
I
we
mean,
got
listen,
two
you ain't
motherfucking
even got.
Sag and Pisces, bitch.
I mean, you ain't even gotta watch out. You know what I'm saying? Because we we ain't fucking with you. Like you you watch out for what? You know what I'm saying? Like shit, you either get with it or get lost. Like
That's
watch out,
it.
bitch.
That's
Like
it.
ain't nobody coming for you. Shit, bitch, we watching out for you. Okay.
Okay.
So, anywho, but we happen to have a celebrity sightings at the Black Effect Podcast Festival. We saw Clarissa Shields
Yeah.
and Pat Poose. Now, I believe I saw them first because, baby, my feet were on fire. Okay, but I had to pee, so I'm trying to hobble my way to the end of VIP to go down the stairs. And as I'm heading to the stairs, I have to stop because security is making sure that Papoose and Clarissa have a clear way up the stairs. So, but it's just, and I just want to pat myself on the back because I had a real nigga realization that I don't give a fuck about none of these people.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I know some people, and I know people like, well, I mean, this Papoose, Clarissa. But even then, it's still something about breaking the fourth wall with average people when it comes to anybody with any little type of celebrity, whether you like them or not, right? Now, granted, if they said it was Megan Thee Stallion, I would have been way more excited. If it was like, I don't know, Beyonce, of course,
Beyonce,
but
yeah.
but I would never be that able to get that fucking close. But if you take any of our other like accessible celebrities, you know what I'm saying, I probably be like, But it's just in that moment I was like,
You weren't like freaking fanned out, like you've
no. But
been
I
yeah.
still just was like, oh,
That's
that's
cool.
what y'all look like. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. These are celebrity, even like I said, like our internet celebrity people that we met. I
Mm-hmm.
still was just kind of like, wow, okay.
You
Oh,
should
because
see in
shout
person.
out to Cindy Noir.
Shout out to
Shout out to
our
Cindy.
good friend. Yes.
So cool. She was great. She was a
She's
great
so
person to
such
meet.
amazing energy.
Yes, very warm energy, very much so. Because when we were in the crowd, she was literally like standing right next to us when we first got there, and
Mm.
I looked, I said, but I left it alone, whatever. But then, like later on, there was like a little break. I said, "Are you Cindy?" She was like, "Yes." I was like, "Well, I know her on Twitter as Cindy B, but she goes by Cindy Noir on YouTube."
YouTube.
But I was like, "Well, see, but I know you because I'm on another platform." Da da da. So really cool conversation. Chopped up with her. Hopefully, collab coming soon. We
Oh,
will
it will be a
definitely.
collab. It is.
Yes,
It
we
ain't
will.
even no
We'll definitely
hopefully.
let you know.
It's happening. Yeah.
Definitely let you know. But just back to the celebrity sighting, it's just kind of was like, oh, okay. I mean, because I will say they look how they look online. Like there wasn't like a body dysmorphia, camera magic,
Yeah.
like type
Right.
of shit that happened. Like, no, that's Clarissa and
That's
that's
him.
Papoose. See
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
same patchy beard, had on his glasses. You know what I'm saying? She was super fucking tall. She had on these big ass platform shoes and shit. It was just kind of like, cool. Then I went to the bathroom. I was like, okay, nice. But I was happy with myself that I didn't feel the need to just be like, oh
Run over there and shit. Yeah.
no, I'm cool.
I
Like, we ain't got
literally saw just a glimpse and I was like, because I don't know what I think it's the shape of Papoose' head. It's like it's a very unique shape. And like I literally was like, that look like Papoose. And then I said, oh, Clarissa. And so I literally that fast they go behind the curtain. So yeah, again, it was just nice, like you said, like I see these celebrities in person, you're like, oh, that like Lex P, even like Lex walk right past us and shit. And I'm just like, oh, okay, big ass
Oh, I
booty,
didn't get to see her.
big ass booty walking everywhere.
See,
But
but that's when you pay top dollar
yeah,
for
yes,
you get the right doctor and
you get the right
you're
thing.
realistic. Okay, that's what
Exactly.
being
You
fucking
make sure
realistic looks
it
like.
matched and all the things.
Because y'all
And
know how
so
I be about them girls in that surgery. Realistic.
please don't walk around here looking like, a Myra Dime because she wears it well, but it's just like everybody walk around like that looks crazy. But no, it was nice to again see everybody and not feel weird. Like, again, we're just yeah, you know what I mean? No, it's just like, oh, we're like your peers almost. You know what I'm saying? So that
I
was
saw
nice.
Deontay Kyle too. That was another person I
Yes,
seen.
yes, that was so cool. It was we saw so many people and we talked to so many people and again, made a lot of great connections and new friends. And so that's just another reason why it's just bitch, it's already happened. Okay. Like we already in there. But
Next time that we'll really be in the building.
we do have a clip from Remy Ma. And I don't know when this clip was given. Like, I'm kind of like, is this new? Because I don't know. I'm assuming because it said new on YouTube. So I'm like, okay, I don't know when she when she posted this, but I just
New to us,
thought
old to her.
maybe, maybe. But again, just because we did happen to see Papoose and Clarissa, we thought it would be, you know what I'm saying, only right for us to bring up
Just transition into
what has
that.
just perspired. So sorry, friends, but hey, if it's on the internet, it's up for it's free game.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
here we are. Here we go.
While her friends be on my phone, calling my phone, literally playing on my phone, because they got my number from this bozo. While they playing on my phone, that was my friend. I would be like, girl, you just turned 30 years old. You are a world champion. You are accomplished. You have made it from out the ghetto, from the slums, from the depths of Flint, Michigan. You don't got no kids. You have your whole life ahead of you. Why are you attaching yourself to this 47-year-old man that doesn't have anything going, has no career, no job, no income, except for the income that he's claiming off of you, your percentage, because he's your manager?
Jesus.
Got you out here talking, looking crazy.
Jesus.
He's the one that don't want to sign, don't want to get his stuff out his ex house.
Jesus.
doesn't be there for his child that he begged for, but telling you he wants another one. Let me guess. He's telling you he want a son, right? He has a son. He has a son. He just doesn't like his son's sexual preference.
What?
That was over. It was over.
Oh,
His
yeah.
sexual. Do you want to go first? Or do you want me to go
Sure.
first? Okay.
No. Well, that was a knockout if I ever see. Um.
Do you want me to play the second clip, or do you want me to just wait?
Oh yeah. Let's just wait because
Okay.
I think it'll breadcrumb us into.
Okay.
But so I literally just seen that right before we started the show, so that's still actually still fresh to me. Um, you know, it's unfortunate because at the beginning of all of this, Remy was looking bad and Papoose was looking good. Remy was looking like a cheater. I think she did anyway, but Remy was cheating and da 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 and how you gonna leave this man after he held you down for six what she said six no 5 winters and 6 summers or whatever the fuck, yeah, six winters and 7 summers. I'm sorry, I forgot the math, sister. It was dope when you dropped it. I thought that was great, but I forgot the math. Anyway, but he held you down for all them seasons and come back fighting, what I'm saying? You're in Love and Hip Hop, you drop Sheether, you're back outside in a major way, and you and your husband are doing the black love thing, and we all are thirsty for black love as a community because we don't see it a whole lot, and we'll get to that other one later. So, whenever we think we see two beautiful blackish people together, we get excited for y'all,
You get
right?
invested.
Especially because Papoose did something that we know a majority of most men would never do. And then was able to, be on his high horse and go to these platforms and like shame niggas take face. And we as a female collective, we are thirsty for that because again, that is another piece of representation, sincere representation that we don't get. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to our black male celebrities.
Right.
And we're just all excited and up in arms. Oh, Remy had that baby. I'm not, we will take our part in this as the crowd. We were rooting this shit on too, because what the fuck do we know? We just see y'all looking beautiful and black and happy and familyed up on the outside, and we just want to keep it going, da 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 da, because we are also thirsty for the myth of the good black man. I don't want to say a myth because
Well,
they
it's just
do
the
exist,
family.
but
This is the family unit. The
yes,
black
the
family unit.
whole right, especially in hip hop, you know what I'm saying? That's such a big thing. So only come to find out that Papoose say who we thought he was, and yes, she may have cheated, but she was actually trying to leave that nigga for a minute. And it just kind of was as you heard, this nigga is not letting go. He's not signing papers. He's not getting his shit out the house. So I'm kind of more inclined to believe that sis wanted to leave and you did not want that to go down. So she said, well, fuck you, I'm out. And she just said, I'm gonna
I don't
take
give
the
a shit
hit.
how it looks.
Uh, because let's be truthful, fellas. When a woman's fed up, okay? Well, that's why I like that one song that what's her name? Oh, Chrisette Michelle had. She was like, blame it on me. Say it's my fault. You could tell anybody whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. I don't care. You can say I slept with your friend. You can say I stole your money. You can say I don't give a fuck. Cause anybody come up to me, I'm gonna say, nah, I ain't do that shit. But fuck you and that nigga. Fuck you
Or
for
maybe
believing
she
him.
won't. Right.
I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't gonna beat my ass about it. Already left the nigga. So who cares? But I think that's pretty much where her mind was. She was like, listen, nigga, it is what it is. Plus, she's Remy Ma. What you gonna do? Not only can she defend herself, but she has Joe and all the rest of them niggas around to defend her. So she's very street repped up. Okay, you not gonna yeah, you just not gonna do that, right? So now we see this relationship between Papoose and Clarissa, and it's just a mess. And and it's kind of like we want to be happy for Clarissa because she is also a person that usually gets a lot in the media. People not fair to her and be calling her ugly and manly and all this other type of shit. And which I don't think she is. She's just muscular because she boxed for a fucking living. Like, bro, if she stopped boxing and got slender, she'd look fucking like it's just a body type. Anyway, I'm getting off my thing here. But because of we want to root for Clarissa, we want to be happy for you being outside, but it's like it's very messy and you are young and he is not. And it's like we keep telling the girls like Lotto and 21, like these niggas, you grown, but you still a kid. You know what I'm saying? To some, especially to somebody of that age. You're grown to niggas your age because y'all are grown together, but you're not grown to anybody that's 10 to 15 years your senior. You're not grown to them. You're just a legal adult who they can sleep with, but you're not grown to them. And they know that because you are still in your young era of thinking hot to trot, hot shit won't happen to me. Catch me if you can, gingerbread man, peanut, what's that, Peter Pan, bitch. So these niggas see you and you think these old niggas is they ain't old by accident. You know what I'm saying? Do you think you finna be the first bitch like they ruined? Girl, please hold my beer while I ruin your motherfucking life in a way you never thought I could. So it's like, and then this is my last point, and I'm gonna toss it to you. Why the fuck in the year 2026 do we have to keep telling you bitches stop making these niggas your manager? I didn't even know that. He's your fucking manager? How did this? That's why I keep saying the husband, manager, wife star is a pimp hoe situation. It just is. You are allowing this man to overstep his boundaries in your professional life. And it goes to shit every time. The divorce is nasty every time. The breakup is nasty every time because that is control. They are trying to offer love and guidance, but it is control because, oh, you need to be wearing this. Oh, you need to be singing like this. Oh, you need to be jabbing like that. Oh, you need to take this fight. Oh, you need to ask this much for your purse. Like, excuse me. And that is a double entendre. Hey, for the purse. But it never goes well because this is a man that wants to attach himself into your life for control. It is not because he thinks he actually knows what's best for you. Every time, I mean, hip hop divas, love and hip hop. I could
Escape.
throw, huh?
Escape.
Yeah, that's all. I could throw any other TV shows out at you, and you watch what happens anytime the girls have a husbander.
Yeah.
The fucking Braxtons. You watch what happens when you got a fucking husbander. Because I think three of them had a husbander, if I'm not mistaken. Three of you niggas did. I know at least I know Tamar did, and didn't Trina. It was either Trina or Tracy.
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 Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it just, and then you saw what happened when Tracy died, and then the how, and then the family, and then how do we want to, bury our mother? We don't want to bury our mother. We don't want to do da 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 because what I'm saying, it just causes
Messy.
fucking division. It's so messy. So
I have a few things on this. First point is unless y'all are married, you really shouldn't be posting each other. I'm sorry. You just shouldn't. Because and matter of fact, let me take that back. It ain't even y'all got to be married. Y'all got to be together at least a solid 8 years before I want to see anybody on a post, anybody on a feed, doing any sort of challenges together. Like, I don't want to fucking see it or hear it, bitch. Keep that shit to yourself. I'm sorry.
8
Because like you
years.
said, Once we see it, we are now invested. Okay? So once you put it out there, bitch, ain't no going back. You got to be up in it. And it's so much easier, I feel, to deal with things privately, especially at the beginning of y'all's relationship. Because I'm not even necessarily, it's like I understand. Okay, how do I say this? I understand there is a level of protection that men do have in their relationships. I don't want to necessarily call it control, but I think it's more protection it's more control under the guise of protection. I'll say like that, because I do understand that there is still a level of control that needs to happen. And I do understand that a lot of times we can get so caught up in just whatever the fuck that we can not look and see what could be the best situation or whatever. And sometimes your man can. But at the same time, being in such an early stage in your relationship, truly knowing what's best for you, we don't know that yet. That happens over time. And so it's important to take your fucking time in these relationships. Stop blasting it to the world. And again, I understand you want to, because you want people to be happy for you. I get that. But bitch, be happy for yourself first. Y'all be happy for yourselves first. Keep that shit close to your chest, because then again, it's easier to deal with the ex-wife if it's private. You know what I'm saying? I went through this bullshit where the nigga didn't want to sign the fucking papers. I did. It's just like, just bullshit. And outside of that, girl, even then, I'm like, nigga, I will be looking at the nigga like, don't you want to be free? Like, fuck all that. At the end of the day, like, we can always make some money. You know, but why the fuck are we taking our sweet ass time with this shit if you really want to do this, right? But for this to be out there, you do look crazy, girl, because it's like that nigga look like he still want to be involved. And when you not with somebody, that shit need to be done all the way.
Done and dusted, girl.
So, Papoose, I recognize the resentment and the frustration and the betrayal feelings. I do. So, you know, how you react to these things, I can't speak to that. I just, for the kids and for your reputation, I would just hope. What the? What happened with that?
That was me. I'm pressing buttons.
Okay. I would just hope that you could take into just consideration how this all looks. And, you know, I feel that you kind of do, because, you know, with Clarissa going out here and saying you gave her a ring and everything, and then you go around and basically backtracking and saying you didn't. I feel like you kind of know. And so I'm just encouraging you, sir, because I know you want to feel loved again. I know you want to be appreciated. And I'm not even saying that you can't be in a new relationship. I'm happy that everybody is moving on. But it, again, as the Black viewers, it just really sucks, bro, because we want this shit to be, at the very least, fucking, you know, everybody can coexist. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't just got to be shade, pick a side.
Fuck that nigga, fuck that bitch.
Yeah,
You dropping a freestyle over there. We dropping a fake R&B song over there. And
Black love, okay? Even after the love is over, we still gotta have
after the love is gone. How do you leave me? Yo, come on, y'all.
Okay, for real.
Go listen to some Earth.
Clarissa,
Yeah, you know what? And this is why we are failing as a Black community. We don't have no real songs for y'all to go listen to anymore. Like, or y'all are so disconnected from like the shit from back in the day. Because let me tell you something. You would have put on No Pain, No Gain. You would have put on motherfucking anything by Marvin Gaye from that Hear My Dear album. You could have put on any type of Donny Hathaway. Okay, he sings all of your pain. Okay, Al Green. Aretha, go listen to some old shit because the old folks done did this. And they will just give you the soundtrack for you to boo-hoo in that shower. And then once you get out, you're gonna feel a lot fucking better. You know what I'm saying? That's like your grandma, your auntie, your uncle, or somebody. Say, oh, stop all that crying. Come
Feels
on in here
seen.
and eat this
Yeah.
fish. And
Yeah.
eat this fish and spaghetti, girl. We'll talk about it, you know what I'm saying? Because, a man gonna be a man, child. So, yeah, I feel like a lot of niggas need to just go listen to some old R&B and go heal. To be for real, this shit crazy. But, Clarissa.
Pull it up. Let me pull it up.
Clarissa, I guess she's suing 50 Cent as well too because of like the
Mm-hmm.
online bullying, harassment, and, stuff like that. So I think that's what this interview is about. But she decided to let it be known that her man got them hands, them hands, them hands.
Okay.
Let's say I'm a boxer and I can't fight. Nobody will be talking about this relationship.
That is true. That is very
and that's
true.
the truth.
So we'll circle back to that, but I do have a question about 50. Would you drop the lawsuit if you could get in the ring with him?
I would drop it. I would drop it if he got in the ring with Pap. Pap will whoop 50 ass. Drop
Not
him.
in the background.
He
Ooh.
beat out 50 Cent.
Pap has hands like that? I
What?
did not know.
Pap don't want to show y'all, but around find out. Pap can fight. And anybody who's from New York know that Pap can get down.
Not Melissa.
Pap will whoop 50 Cent ass.
Wow.
And he know it too. And if you got a girl who you want to bring for me 50, you can bring whoever you want to bring.
Well, I mean, that's
Call your celebrity friends. Call your little rap girlfriends. Tell them to come fight me.
Are you running out of people to?
Bitch.
Listen, Linda. Y'all know how I usually feel about bird shit. But like when I say this is my kind of bird carrying on, though,
Very much.
because she's telling the
You're
truth.
doing what
Like,
you're supposed to do.
she's telling the truth because she's telling the truth. That's how you know a bitch is not. I love a bitch that truly ain't scared. I love it. I love it because it just means you just get to talk your shit with such much more impunity. And I firmly believe her as well too. Pac will beat the fuck out of 50 Cent. I firmly believe that he would. 50 Cent is a lot of mouth. That's why that bitch got shot 9 times. Okay? He ain't never heard nothing about this nigga having no hands in the hood, but I've heard about Pap who's beating many a nigga ass before. He beat the nigga up that his ex-wife is with. So Pap is with the skibbity paps as well too. Like he'll be, I do believe. And then also, this is a game to 50 Cent. And most people who think shit is a game will get played. Cause he's a calculating person and all that or whatever. But if it was down to just like throwing hands, he'd get his ass beat. He get his ass beat, and because all he is a bunch of fucking mouth. So yeah, because me, I just personally don't fucking like 50 Cent. I've told y'all. So any type of goings on, like, cause shit, I was ready for King and fucking Damani to jump this nigga or whatever the fuck. I'm for anybody that can humble a bitch ass nigga. I'm for anybody that can do it. I'm for anybody that's willing to tell that hoe, take your ball and go home. And I wish you would, bitch. I wish the fuck you would. Because much like the Aretha thing we talked about, some of these people are looking for people to stand up to them. Some people are looking for that because it gets boring bullying everybody. And everybody starts, it's no challenge for you anymore. So like I said, you saw what T.I.'s kids did. Hell, even T.I., they made that nigga have to come out and make a rap song. This nigga ain't fought on paper in a long motherfucking time. Yeah. And he can't fuck with T.I.'s business. So you couldn't do shit about that. So you just had to get rolled on by a nigga and his sons. And you had to take that shit. You had to take the shit down you said about Tiny. You had to do all that shit. Now you're going to keep on with these motherfuckers until they finally see you. Because like I keep saying, when they come to New York and LA, I believe in beefs. I believe in beefs because those are 2 climates where people be in the fucking streets. Them niggas know you. You know them, like at least a 7 degrees of separation. So niggas know about your body and they know how you get down. So, like I said, I ain't never heard about 50 Cent beat nobody ass, but I heard about Pat doing it a few times. So, on top of the fact that he'll out rap you while he beats your ass, that nigga probably rap and beat you at the same time, which is insane. I love to see it. But big ups to Clarissa for that part. She said, yeah. And then Melissa, what kind of question was that? Well, just
I
what
feel
kind
that
of
she was trying to move the conversation because right before that question, or no, right, yeah, right before that question, Clarissa was talking about, I know Instagram model bitch, like I'm a champion and I got stuff going, and so
but
I low key feel like even though Melissa Ford is no Instagram model girl, I low key feel like Melissa was like, yeah, okay, you're not, you're a boss bitch, whatever. You ain't no typical Instagram model. So how about that? Like, that's why I feel like Melissa was doing. Not that I feel like she really felt the way about what Clarissa said, but I do. Not that she represents the Instagram
no,
models,
I
but
understand that's a segue question, but
yeah.
why was that your question? Like that's what
Oh,
I'm saying. Why
yeah.
the fuck would you ask this woman? Would she go fight a man in the ring? Like what kind of dumbass question was that? So I'm so glad that she did not take the bait and say, yeah, I do it. I'm so glad she said, I'll have Pat beat his ass. But if he wanna bring a bitch, I'll rock the shit out that bitch. Which I'm about to be a little bit messy right here real quick. Is it just me, or does it not feel that Remy Ma is giving her the same energy as she has given other women because she knows that'd be a fair fight? Because let's be honest, Remy has always been intimidating, either attitude wise or physically intimidating, right? She's always usually bigger, taller than the girls that she
It's
gonna
that.
be going back and forth with, right? And even on her
It's
stints on
that.
Love and
Or
Hip Hop,
did she shoot?
shot.
Oh,
So like, but she's always talking about she beat bitches up. She did that. But I noticed in any response she has had to Clarissa, it ain't never been about no violence. It ain't never been about come see me. It ain't never been about let's link up because she's what's Clarissa has already offered. Clarissa has already offered. Let's go. Did not get a response for that.
I would never respond.
And I ain't heard Remy extend no invitation for no shit either. So all she's had been doing is keeping it cute by just basically calling you young and dumb by go behind this man. I appreciate the tone in the video because it was giving, girl, I don't want that nigga no more, but I just need you to understand. What the fuck are you doing? Like just as a woman to woman, like I
Woman
ain't
to
been
woman,
wanting this
yeah.
nigga. I haven't wanted this nigga for at least 4 years, girl. I'm
You're
off that.
young. You're
You're
successful.
young, you're successful,
Yeah.
and you made this 47-year-old nigga your manager, and
And I want to understand.
I want to. So, maybe she might see a little piece of herself in her, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but that's just me being messy. I just throughout this entire encounter, I noticed the energy has not been very physically rah rah as it was for the girls that she, in the music industry
As it
or
should not be.
at the show.
Because if y'all fight over him, I'll be pissed. I'm sorry. No shade, Papoose. But just fighting? No.
I don't. I mean, I feel like she would be fighting over him, and Remy would just be like, just
Right.
fighting just cause. Like,
Because the ego, yeah.
yeah, or just the fact, like, bitch, all right, fine, like, cause
Reputation.
she ain't no punk. Yeah, she's like, fine, let's do it. You want to do it, whatever. But it doesn't have to get there because I feel Remy is on your same wavelength. Like, this shit ain't worth fighting over. Like, you out here looking, are you dumb? That's how she likes to say. So, you out here looking dumb. And so maybe she has more satisfaction from you looking dumb than her putting her hands on you. I don't know. But that was just my little messy observation. I was like, yeah, you ain't saying all that, because that bitch will come, So she done beat bitches up less.
One thing that I did forget to say when you had said, you know, because you're younger and we're really close to age, Clarissa, but you are a little younger. So, and and you don't have kids. So it kind of does, when you haven't gone through that sort of bond with somebody, you tend to overstep sometimes with the baby mama. You know what I mean? And you, like you said, you kind of get this headspace where it's like, well, this ain't gonna happen to me, and da da. Let me tell you something. Anytime a woman does this type of stuff, it ends up biting you in the ass. Okay? It's just best to be quiet. Honestly, let them deal with whatever the fuck. Don't involve yourself. Do not. And quite frankly, I would look at this situation as possibilities of my next situation in the future with your ass. Like, if this is how you're handling the mother of your children, why in the fuck? Why in the fuck would you think that your new 2-minute ass would not get the same treatment? Y'all fuck yourselves up every time you do this. Just because you're the new hot piece of ass means zero. You're going to get old one day. You might mess around and have this nigga's kids one day, and you want to have security that this will not also be your reality here soon. Okay? So I just want you guys, you women, I feel that we talked about Neek and King Kaiser a couple. What's the girl name that King Kaiser's with? Nyla, some shit. She just now getting the fucking picture. It's like, you know what? Let me not get in the middle of this shit, because I might fuck around have to be doing what the fuck this bitch doing, going taking my ass to a different country, whatever. So just because you're in love with this man right now doesn't mean y'all might not go through this same exact fate. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm like, it really is just smarter to handle this behind the scenes and not go public so quickly. But Clarissa, again, whatever, girl, you did your thing in terms of, if that's your man, so you're gonna represent it. I hope that you had that conversation with Papoose before you went out there and said that. Not saying that I don't think Papoose can hold his own, but it just when she said that, I was like, "Whoa!" Like, I was not prepared, bitch. I was not prepared.
I thought it was hilarious.
No, I thought it was great. I thought it was great.
That's right, bitch.
But also, no, I want you to just sue the man. Okay, like, we don't need. Well, I don't know.
I don't know. It's
Matter.
for 50 Cent specifically. No. You gotta beat his ass.
Well, yeah, I guess he did talk mad shit about his woman, so it is kind of like, you deserve
50
that.
Cent at the, because even Tiana, there's a lot that he says and does that is just beyond. No, you just gotta go see this nigga now, because he ain't been touched in so long. You know what I'm saying? And when you're a habitual line stepper and people just be high fiving you on the internet about every motherfucking thing, you just think you can say and do what you want. And don't think that niggas are not, small enough to come and see you about it, or big enough, whichever one, petty enough to come and see your ass about that shit. Whatever you say, you got to stand on that shit. Like I already told y'all, I'm going forward. I'm not assuming what the fuck nobody said. I'm going off what the fuck you said. And that's what it was. So, anywho, all the best to
I would just suggest keeping y'all relationship close to chest. Because again, you never know, girl. I don't know, you let a man, you getting your dick down and this, that, and the third. But girl, these niggas will switch up on you. Okay? And you want to see how these niggas act? And bitches. You want to see how whoever you with acts in times of stress and uncertainty. Because trust, life is full of that bullshit. So no matter how good that dick is, no matter how good that coochie, no matter how good that head, neck, whatever, it ain't gonna be enough.
It's not enough. Never gonna be enough. Oh.
Shall we get to Megan?
Did we have anything else before?
Oh no. About with someone else, or you talking about this situation?
No, so I know we got Megan, we got the other digger, and then did we have anything else, or was that it?
Nope, that was it.
Okay, so I fear that I'm going to have to agree with you because of this situation.
Hey.
Unfortunately, our hot girl coach has a cold heart right now. Um, she has come out on her personal IG statement and her tailored statement saying that her and Clay have broken up. Sad.
Sad.
I'm gonna be real with you. I feel like
Did you
most
say you
of
could
us,
see that? You say you saw it
huh?
coming? Did you say you saw it coming?
No,
Oh, okay.
no, I think you said that.
No, no.
No, you didn't. Okay, well, no, I didn't say I could see it coming because I'm gonna be real with you. First and foremost, I'm not a basketball girly. I don't really know these niggas for real. Like to have like a good type of maybe like a beat on them. Like I know more football players. So like Stephon Diggs. Oh, I knew that was bad. I knew that was a fucking terrible decision because I know Stephon Diggs is a piece of shit because I watch football, right?
Right.
Now I don't know shit about any of these basketball niggas, so I was going in blind like everybody else. If you think of like how Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, right? All these new people now watching football simply because these niggas aren't together, right? Think of that with Clay and Megan. So a lot of people, especially abroad, which I found out, which I was motherfucker, but especially abroad, people don't know who the fuck Clay Thompson is. You only know who he is unless you watch basketball.
I okay.
No,
Okay.
that's why I mentioned abroad
Okay.
because you got to think of in a totality. We're talking about a global superstar who makes music. We're talking about an American famous person. That in the scope of people knowing you is already skewed. I'm saying you have to take out your American brain right now.
I know what you're saying. I've
Yeah,
heard this argument already. I don't agree with it, but I'm gonna let you go ahead.
yeah, and but I understand why you don't agree with it because again, this we're in America.
Mm.
But as I from what I have seen across the board, a lot of people did not know who he was not invested in who he was. Like they made because like I knew his name, but I don't know this motherfucker. You see what I'm
Mm.
saying?
Mm.
Like he's not
I know what
known
you
to
mean.
people. Right. I'm not saying that nobody doesn't know who he is, but he's not a very visible public figure like that because before then, like, I've never heard that nigga speak. The only time I heard that, when I heard him finally utter words, is when he was with Megan. But if
Mm.
you don't watch basketball, you don't know who this nigga is. You just
Mm.
don't. He's not that big of a person outside. He's not
Mm.
LeBron James. He's not Kyrie Irving. He's not even Steph. Like those
Mm.
people are known outside of basketball. He is not known outside of basketball. He known for basketball. He
Mm.
known for getting the rings with Steph. Feel what I'm
I
saying?
I understand what
So
you're saying.
because in my mind, he's kind of like Chris Bosh. Don't nobody know who the fuck Chris Bosh is. You may have known his name, whatever, but he's not a known person like that. Even though he played ball, but he was a part of that Miami Heat and shit. And once that Miami Heat shit was over, you didn't hear from that nigga again. Nobody cared anymore. So that's what I mean by that. Anywho, so with that being said, we as a collective really did not have a beat on this nigga, right? So it looked great. He's tall and charming, whatever. He seemed to be loving on her. You know, they out here doing a big one, yada yada yada. And for what is worth, I know for however people think about Megan, she don't be stepping out with niggas like this. You know what I'm saying? So no, she can take a picture. No, I'm talking a relationship. It was only a Moneybag Yo party in this nigga that she's been in actual relationships with. Anything else people have tied her to niggas? Hmm?
Young count
They
over.
didn't date. Please don't
Okay.
do that, friend. Please don't
Okay.
do that, friend. They did not
I'm just
date. They
curious.
were, but that's not the same thing. They
I
never
believe you.
dated.
I understand.
So,
I understand what you're saying in terms of
mhm.
connecting or to niggas. It's
Yeah, like
just
they knew each other. They was cool and shit
yeah,
during the fit. But they were never together. They were never an item. They just was fucking around. That's not the same thing.
fair,
But I'm saying
fair enough.
for her to actually be like, this my man, she's only done that with three niggas that we know of. Was Moneybag Yo, Party, and now this nigga. She hardly, it's a better word, hardly ever steps out like, I'm with somebody, right? So anyway, we're all happy for her. And then considering all the trauma and shit that she went through, blah, 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 it just seemed like a good situation. And then just some random ass IG post about horrible mood swings and being like really mean during the season. And, you were doing one thing and now you're saying another thing and we blah, 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 right? I mean, she's hurt like anybody would be who was being with a person who was misleading them. I mean, that's basically what was going on. They seemed like shit was, we were, like I just said, they was on the same boat at first. And then he was just like, yeah, I'm finna turn this boat around and go back to the dock. And she's like, nah, I thought you said we was about to go to the island. Yeah, I just, at this time of day, the island don't really, I'ma just go back. Like you'd be pissed if somebody did that to you. You know what I'm saying? Like they said, we gonna get on this ocean liner, we gonna have room service, we going to Dubai, I don't want to say Dubai, we going to like France, whatever, we going somewhere tropic, and then the island gonna be like this, we gonna have surf. I mean, if somebody told you all that shit and worked you all the way up, got you on the boat, you know what I'm saying? Clothes and everything, only to get halfway in the motherfucking water and be like, we gotta turn around. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Like, we were doing so well. Like, we said, yeah, but I'm just not feeling it. We're gonna turn back around. Ooh. So that whole anecdotal thing was to basically say that's probably how sister felt, right? But when I tell you the internet
They did
fucking
the thing
form
with
like
their thing.
Voltron for this lady. I will say that, like, boy, I haven't seen so many internet witches and astrologers and fucking just homegirls talk about drop the location and when we meeting up, you know what I'm saying?
Come on, I love the girls that let the girls
That,
try.
yes, well, that's the girl said it get real parasocial around here, bitch. We'll step for Megan, da 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 da. But because she has been through so much, and so many regular women have gone through similar shit with niggas who make a significant, a significant amount, less amount of money. Regular women have gone through this shit for little or nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's understandable, especially also in this gender war climate that we living in and shit like that, and the male loneliness epidemic and all this other type of shit. So it's hard enough for a person to find somebody that they fucking like and feel like they're getting a genuine like on somebody or with somebody, only to, damn, it really is that bad out here. Like, damn, the people on the internet is actually fucking around. Like, it is so fucking, like, I'm rich, you're rich, we're both careered up, we're both, good looking people, da 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 da. Well, considering you talk to people other point, but there should, unless it is a personality thing, there should be no problem. Like, on paper, this is great, but that's what the men are running into. It's like women want personality, they want character, they want like something tangible. They want the tangible intangibles, right? Like, the shit that we can see, how you carry yourself, how you treat your fans, your family, your this is like those are the things that we need to see. And men are struggling because it didn't used to be about that. It just used to be about what I can give you. It used to just be about materials, but women are now able to get them same materials and more. So now it's not about that. So then you just want to say, oh well, I'm getting cold feet. Cold feet for what? You was literally hot to trot this entire time, and now we get the cold feet. So yeah, but then of course the other side of the internet got activated, and it just was 2019, 2020, 2021 all over again. It just was men glazing glazing the shit out of Clay because he did a monstrous whore dirty, like, and it's because of the Tory thing. So many men and several of the femcells have this hard on just for her to be unhappy. Anything
Or to be
that
done
negative,
dirty.
Yeah, anything that any type of negative thing, hell, even death, any type of negative thing that happens to Megan, they are just joyful about.
Yeah,
And just
they get off on that.
hearing these nonsensical ass takes, because you know what kills me is at the beginning when he was exhibiting all that loving energy and opening doors and buying, oh, he a simp, oh, he a stupid bitch. Y'all didn't have one kind word to say about Clay when he was actually doing what you're supposed to do in a relationship to a woman that you like. You know what I'm saying? It's like you motherfuckers are so ashy and dumb that you think that you can be with a woman and not like her, and she ain't gonna pick up on that shit, and she shouldn't at least want you to like her as a fucking person. Like what? And then what for you? What type of sense did that make to surround yourself with a bitch you don't like? Like what the fuck are we talking about? Like, because that's how I know you're a liar. You're full of shit. But then he do cheat on her. Oh, that's my nigga Clay. Yeah, and I knew he had that dog in him. And yeah, fuck Megan. Oh, you thought he was gonna wife you? You a hoe. He could be with anybody. Newsflash, genius. He's already been with 6 other bitches and he's done the same thing. But y'all ain't got nothing to say about that though. I have not heard one fucking word from any heterosexual man about Clay being a fuckboy. Like, y'all are praising him for being a fuckboy, which in turn gets you fucking broken up with. Like, being a fuckboy does not keep you a woman unless she's a fucking idiot. And he thought, you know what? And again, this is why I fuck with Megan Thee Stallion. Because so many of you rap girls be having these high self-esteem bars with these low self-esteem actions. What I can give Megan is that the bitch do what she say. And she don't get caught up. She don't get trapped. She don't get none of that shit. She go in there. She have herself a time. If you want to make this real, we'll make it real. You fuck up, I'ma leave. Because that's what the fuck we should be doing. Whenever the shit is not working, you can tell this person, or this person is, in this case, flat out telling you, I don't want what you want, then you need to get the fuck on. This is what I said about Queen Naija. Ain't no way a motherfucker about to make me ask, is he gonna marry me twice? I shouldn't even have to be fucking asking you that. That shouldn't be something I have to come to you about if you already know what the fuck I wanted. So at the end of the day, I always appreciate Megan for being true to herself, for choosing herself. She's not a fool because she decided to love on a nigga like we've all done it. We've all, male, female, indifferent, we have all tried to love a motherfucker or thought we could love a motherfucker through something, into something, out of something, with something, or with nothing at all. Just your whole heart and your willingness to make it work. You know what I'm saying? But so many people do not appreciate that. And a lot of people look at that as a reason for them to do you dirty. On top of the fact that he knew about all this shit, like we knew about all this shit. And this girl ain't got no family. And then you bring her around your family and she's showing out and cooking for your family. Your parents love her, all this type of shit, which I'm pretty sure your parents loved all your fucking girlfriends, but that's another conversation. But like everything is on go. You know what I'm saying? You have a woman who literally could be with anybody else, raps about it all day long, and you know that. Because let me tell you something, even these niggas that's all this negative shit, they would jump at the chance. If that bad bitch had walked in a room, I bet you wouldn't have 5 of them nasty thoughts. One of them nasty tweets would not come out your motherfucking mouth. You wouldn't do it because you're a pussy. That's besides the point. But yeah, excuse me. You did all of this, getting this girl all attached.
You would do it, especially if you knew that she wasn't gonna give you no pussy. You would only not say it because you want to get some pussy. Sorry, I just had to put that in there because
yeah. But either way, you're still a bitch for it because you're acting out because that's not how you truly feel. You think that shit is cool, but you would jump at the chance. You just would. But you know you couldn't because you're broke and you're ashy and you can't read behind beyond the fifth grade level. I ain't even giving you six. Niggas, you still need pictures. Okay? So that I think that's pretty much it on my rant. You niggas are sick. You niggas are really sick. You're very disturbed. On top of the fact of not only were you celebrating that, you were celebrating that black girl getting murdered by that white man. You were also very silent when that lieutenant governor killed him and his wife. You were very silent when what else just happened? That man in Louisiana killed all eight of his motherfucking kids. Y'all don't ever come out when it's time for y'all, when y'all be out here fucking up and proving why statistically you are the biggest harm to black women. Every fucking time we have to have this conversation and we have to sit back and be just fucking flabbergasted about how many men we be around who think like this, who have no problem with this, that don't correct their friends about shit. Because we all work with niggas like this. We have these niggas in our family. We have befriended these niggas in friend groups. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody said something interesting. It's like you can go to any woman and ask about if she has been sexually abused, assaulted, experienced some sort of form of rape or anything, whatever. And literally every woman will have something to tell you. Even if it didn't happen to her, she knows somebody that it happened to. But you can go around to all these men and be like, have you ever known anybody that raped somebody? And they be like, what? No, my friends, I ain't never known nobody did that.
The lies.
It's a lie. So last but not least, you niggas can go to hell. Leave that girl alone. You're being a miserable bitch. And all she gonna do is go off somewhere and get more money, and her fame is gonna still be great. And there'll be a new nigga that you will despise, and you'll try to say, "Oh, it's just your turn, bro," or whatever the fuck. Like y'all okay with these niggas be having 5, 6, 8 baby mamas, 14, 15 kids, also sell drugs to the community, be fucking on young girls in high school and shit. Y'all cool with all of that shit. But a bitch step out publicly with 3 niggas and all of a sudden everybody doesn't fuck. That's why I said like people make those assumptions about her because simply she worked with a nigga or took a picture with the nigga because there was this disgusting ass cartoon that they have of her of all the men in a line, and I'm not going to complete the rest of the picture, but it was everybody, and then they had Clay Thompson at the end as the square holding the flowers. But everybody was getting a turn, and there was at least 6 names in that line. I'm like, she has had no romantic history linked with any of these people. But because you hate her so bad, because she is unapologetic about like, yeah, I do fuck who I want to fuck. If I don't want to fuck, and if I want some money, I'm gonna ask for. Like, she's y'all worst nightmare, and you can't believe that a woman that has the nerve to say this is so attractive. That's really what it is. You're mad that she's saying this shit and she's fine as fuck, and you know she's telling the truth. You know she telling, and that bothers you. So anytime a man that is brave enough to be like, fuck it, I'll go up there, whatever, whatever, you envious of that nigga because you didn't have the balls to feel like you could go talk to me again. So that is my rant. Fuck these ashy niggas. Go see my girl on Moulin Rouge on Broadway. She said her last night is May the 1st.
Well, again, I just want to say same thing that I said to Clarissa. And while I agree with you, it shouldn't matter that it's only 3 or if it was 5, like still small, right? But knowing how the public is, knowing the sort of double standard that's out there, like Lori Harvey, she don't come out here and claim nobody. She claimed 1 nigga. Well, excuse me, 2 niggas.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she's still with
In
the
future.
second nigga. It just is easier to deal with this shit in private
Mm-hmm.
because, like you said, you on a motherfucking boat shit start rocking, shit start changing, uncertainty from life, niggas start acting a fool. You never know why. You will never know why. It could be anything. So, and I'm gonna just kind of your hand on this, Megan. The moment something is fucked up, running to the internet, that don't help nothing either. It just don't. Not saying that he's right for cheating. He's absolutely wrong. And all you men out there who are just like, yes, thank you for cheating on Megan. Thank you. I appreciate y'all's public display of ignorance. I want to thank you for your ungodly, unapologetic, just public display of just straight up stupidity, because you guys are helping the women see what you really feel about them. I understand you probably was hurt by Megan because you was so in love and all those things. But again, anybody, woman or man, rushing into these relationships because somebody fine and because they got money. Let me tell you something, child. Once I realized nigga Will Smith and Jada Pinkett have fame, money, status, power, looks, and even that was some bullshit, I said, oh, you ain't got to tell me nothing else, bitch. There is quite literally nothing. There's quite literally nothing that will prevent you from dealing with life in a relationship. It's going to be messy. It's going to be fucked up. Someone's going to fuck up. Someone's going to make mistakes. And dealing with that shit publicly makes it just exacerbates it. A lot of people can forgive shit when it's done privately. When it's public and all this other shit and people can have something to say, now you can't see nothing else now except for how you are affected in this situation. And now you got to make sure that you show everybody else that you ain't going for that or whatever. And so, again, I just say, please wait 8 years. And it ain't even about, because I don't want you to come out and be happy. Because like you said, bitch, and I love Chris Brown. But when I found out this nigga had another baby mama, I was like, oh my God. For the love. Like, we should be able to come outside and do what the fuck we want to do. But that's just not the reality. That's just not being realistic. And again, it is more beneficial for you to deal with this stuff privately, instead of in front of the world. And so, Clay, I don't know. I feel you need to go to therapy. I think that would be the first thing, because again, even with Will Smith and Jada, them niggas went and did like ayahuasca and all this other shit, bitch, again, privately. Okay? And was able to come back together and figure out what the fuck they was doing. You dealing with all this internal stuff, and I'm sure, whatever, maybe the little cornball stuff got to you, whatever the case may be. But this is why we be just sitting up here wondering, like, are y'all gay? Because what are you doing? Like, you have a beautiful woman. What is this attention or this energy that you're not satisfied with? You have to have some sort of secret, some sort of drama going on. That's some bitch shit. I'm sorry. That's some woman shit. And I don't even want to say that because there's a lot of women out here who ain't on that, but the immaturity, yes, just immaturity and egotistical or, selfish, just all these super low vibrational energies. I really want you to just go work that out, because while yes, it's fun to cheat and be sneaky and have your cake and eat it too and all this stuff, you dead ass can fuck bitches with Meg. You dead ass can fuck bitches with Meg. So I don't understand why y'all deprive yourselves of actual relationships. if you could for 1 minute stop worrying about, trying to do someone dirty first before they do you dirty, you might fuck around and actually have
Be
a
happy.
connection with somebody. Will it be perfect? No. And I think maybe that's the other fucking problem. You niggas
Hmm.
want somebody to just be perfect all the time. Bitch, you not perfect. So let's start there. Okay? How do you deal with your imperfections honestly in a relationship? Why not just break up with her? I don't understand that. You you would have had way more respect for me had you just done that. Had you just been like, no, Meg, I know we, you know what I'm saying, moved in together, did all this, met my mom. But quite frankly, I just can't. I think I went too fast, too soon. And I would have had way more motherfucking respect. But creating this illusion and then taking out your personal issues out on her and your relationship, like, bro, I can't respect that. And like, nigga, go get some therapy. Go talk to somebody about that. Cause it ain't got nothing to do with you, Megan. Ain't got nothing to do with you. Everything to do with your Clay, your internal issues. And I just really am going to encourage you to do something about that, because I would like for you to have a meaningful relationship. A lot of y'all are not going to be able to do that though, because again, you're so caught up in the superficial part of a relationship that we would never even be able to get there. So again, I just want to encourage the girls get a good 8 years, because that's when you can really know somebody. You can know how they act in the foolishness. You can know, you know what I'm saying? Oh, okay, whatever said that he was corny because da 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 da. I see how he like. You can deal with it privately, and you don't have to be at one of your last shows crying. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe you're embarrassed or whatever. And not even necessarily to say that you got to hold that shit in. It's just more not handling it in front of us, right? Like, I'm sure you have family and friends that you could talk to about this stuff. And then
But
maybe
she
you
really
don't.
don't
I was gonna
though.
say maybe you don't, but the internet damn show ain't your friends and family. That's for damn sure. So I hope that you can find a space that's safe in the
Hmm.
future for you to be able to deal with these things. But I genuinely feel like just working on yourself is the most important during this time where you're dating or whatever, talking to folk. It don't be the moment you start working on yourself. Here come a nigga.
I know. Every time.
Here come a nigga every time to
Every
come
time.
distract you for what the fuck you got going on.
Steal,
Okay?
kill, and destroy. Mm.
So just be focused on yourself, on what you got going on. And I promise here gonna come another one. And yeah, just again to all you and then you women out there. Glow, come to the front. I love you. I love you, Big Glow. Quite honestly, like you are my bitch. So when I saw this, I was like, no. And you could have been laughing at anything, but the
Yeah.
timing was very suspicious. Okay? Saying it again, girls. The moment you laugh at another woman for her pain and what the fuck she got going on.
I mean, her shit came pretty instantly because her boyfriend was being asked during like a post game interview about like how he plans to unwind and get himself together for the next game, and he basically was just like, "Man, I'm just gonna try to go to sleep early because my girl gonna get on my nerves. So when she get on my nerves, I'm just gonna leave her and go somewhere, go to sleep." And baby, you got embarrassed that fucking quickly. Nigga said he don't like you being around you, whatever. Cause to my knowledge, the streets the same. This ain't the first time nigga done made like a little jokey joke like that about you. On top of the fact that now he let out the bag that you had to go off on him because you felt disrespected. But again, like you're saying, these are the cues that y'all need to be fucking looking at, because any nigga that do shit like that and think it's funny, he got a bigger joke for you and you ain't gonna laugh, bitch. Okay? So, anywho, yeah, Glow, I don't, and my whole thing is with this, it's so one-sided, it's so out of nowhere. Like, This bitch ain't do nothing to you. Like, she welcomed you in. Y'all, you niggas on tour. She taught you how to twerk. All sorts. Like, we was all loving the concert footage we was seeing. It was looking like some hip hop sisterhood type shit.
Yes.
Like, we had. This is what we needed, especially coming off of him and the way Nikki has been handling shit, and and how the way she handled her relationship with New Girl is like we were like what my girl Tyra say. We were rooting for you. All right. We was rooting for you, my bitch. But this also goes to show again, high self-esteem raps, low self-esteem actions. You are doing low self-esteem shit because have you've had a hard time in this industry too, because it was almost over for you. You came out with your the first song that everybody loved, and then you was trying to release some duds or whatever, and then you came back with Yeah Glow, and then boom, you was out of here. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like the people never loved you. It's not like the people never championed you. So for you to
Go out of your
start
way.
start acting like your shit don't stink, and now you acting like you've always been the bad bitch at the club. Girl, you just got here. You just got that new Bugatti of a nose. You already fucking showing out, okay? With that stiff ass twerk you be doing. You just now getting here, and you basically eating off the blueprint off the bitch you was on tour with. We can keep that a whole fucking stack, nigga. So, Glow, you gotta get your shit together. You and your bro Rilla and all the other type of shit. You gotta get that shit together, girl, because you're on the clock. Megan is fine. She gonna be fine. She gonna keep releasing this music. She has her audience. You are still trying to keep your audience. Y'all are not in the same place.
And even
Y'all
just
not in the same
outside of
place.
that, it's just not a good look. It's just not
Yeah,
a good look as a woman. Like laughing at another woman's situation. And I don't know what happened between y'all. I mean, you know what I'm
I
saying?
don't
Maybe
think
they
nothing happened. I just think it was some single white female type shit that went on. It was like an admiration that turned into a jealousy or some shit like that. Because there was nothing that had went on.
that
Because
we saw.
Glow, but to me, Glow is the type of bitch that would have said something by now because she can't.
Yeah.
Because you know what I'm saying, she would have flexed and I fuck that, or at least drop some sort of like not a diss, but some bars or some shit. Like there would be something that the streets would be like, oh, is that what happened? Because at least there was some sort of lore why Nikki don't like Megan. You know what I'm saying? Like there was some sort of story there. Ain't no story here. There's really, we're all confused why you and Sexy Red, why you and this bitch are now
Right.
let's
Sexy
shade
out of just
Megan.
came
Let's
the fuck out of nowhere. Bitch, what the
like bitch.
fuck?
Like it's real weirdo shit.
Them
But I did
tables
want to.
turn. That's all I'm gonna say. They turn hard as fuck. You be over there about to fall over.
But I did want to. You brought something up. I did want to touch on real quick before we move on. Um, I am jumping off the train of when men do women wrong or dirty or things like that. I'm not calling them niggas gay. Because this ain't no feminist shit. This ain't got nothing to do with these niggas being gay.
You're
Because
right.
to me, that's giving these niggas a cop out,
You're right.
and a cop out to a group that they already hate. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Them two niggas are not the same because, like I said before, all the support I saw was coming from women
And the
and
gay.
non-heterosexual men.
Mm-hmm.
Only people I saw bigging this shit up on the
Deal.
negative side was
Yeah.
straight men and straight men and birds.
Yeah.
That's what the fuck I saw because no, they are not, no, they're straight. They're
Yeah.
just disgusting. They just can't wait for their chance to mistreat a woman because they don't fucking like them. Now
They
I will
act.
say that they don't like them as people. They don't think women are humans, but they still want to fuck them and procreate with them and trap them and all sorts of shit because gay men, I mean, outside of this shit, gay men have way more altruism towards straight women, sometimes to their own detriment. But I have met way more gay men, black gay men, that gave a fuck about my humanity, that gave
Yeah.
a fuck about my
That's fair.
safety,
And it's
that
not
gave
to
a
the gay
fuck
community
about,
because you're right. Yeah.
yeah, like even though we tussle back and forth, with the whole blah 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 blah, at the end of the day, I feel safer with a gay man than I would a straight man. It is what it is. It's like when the women talk about, you gonna choose a man or the bear. We gonna fucking take the bear because it's like I already know what I have a good chance of knowing what's probably gonna transpire here. But most of the time, we got in the wilderness of animals love us because they know we're safe. But when
Yeah.
they see you niggas coming, they know that you are a danger because most of the time you got a gun. You out there big game hunting and shit. You out there trying to put their fucking head on the wall. They already seen somebody that look like your motherfucking boyfriend put a hole in their mama. They ain't with that shit. They know most of the time if I see a woman, she usually like this. She got some food in her hand. She wanna pet me. She gonna help out my baby, help my baby get out the hole and all sorts of shit. Like they already know what it is with women and children. That's why animals like women and children more. They don't fuck with men like that. But all of that is to say, yeah, I especially after all the shit I have been reading for the past 3 fucking days, nah, them
Exhausting.
niggas could never breathe the same air as the gay niggas that I know.
No,
Never.
y'all's public display of ignorance is so nasty. But again, I appreciate you for it because thank you for being
That's true.
honest. So again, the women that deserve good men, they don't. You're doing a good portion of the work for them by excluding yourself from even being in the pot. Because my God, the things that I was saying just about again how excited someone is to, that someone else got cheated on and why niggas don't, or why women don't understand that, that's just gonna happen and da da da. First of all, again, no, it doesn't. It doesn't just happen. Okay. It happens when you're immature and you again don't know how to communicate with your fucking partner because nobody fucking said you can't fuck other bitches while you're in a relationship. Megan has quite literally fucking said she likes bitches. So you, sir, are just again depriving yourself of an actually good, healthy, meaningful situation, and you just don't deserve it because you don't even
but
want to put the
see,
motherfucking work in.
that's the thing though, friends. They don't care about that.
Right.
It goes
And that's
back
fine.
it goes back to control because along with all this the non-monogamous girlies started talking about this situation and they said because somebody made a tweet saying there's so many women that are willing to be non-monogamous. Why don't they just go be with non-monogamous women? And so the non-monogamy girls was like they don't want that because like you said, that takes away
The
from the deceit.
sexy. Oh my
It is much more
immature.
salacious for them to betray you like that. It's like I said about hunting. It is hunting. I want to go out and see what I
Be
can catch, you
disgusting.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it's not gonna be as fun for me if you're with me, if you go with me, if you go and get the girl, then I gotta be like, cool, I like her, you know what I'm saying? I guess men don't think that they will be an equal partner participant in those type of activities. And
I don't know.
also it's rules for thee and not for me. I can be non-monogamous. That's what this red pill shit is about. I can be with as many women. I can marry you and have all the girlfriends that I want, but you can't. You can't be with another man. You can't look at another man. You got to be 190% faithful to that man. Okay? In the words of, in the words of Tina. But you have to be the pure one. You have to be the chaste one. And a woman like Megan the Stallion blows all that up for men they lust for her while they simultaneously hate her for
Mhm.
it because that's the type of woman that they want to cheat with, which is why they're so gung-ho and over the moon about this nigga cheating on her. Because yeah, we want to fuck Megan Thee Stallion, but that ain't nobody that ain't nobody I'd ever take serious. But my frumpy wife that I've been with for 10 years who don't get my dick hard no more. If I saw Megan Thee Stallion, boy, I'd be all up in that.
Cycle.
That's why the fucking brain, it don't is this fucking big.
Yeah.
Like they are a hamster on a wheel. They can't see the fucking forest for the trees.
It's
If
that and an
I
emotional immaturity. It's just
mhm, I want what I want. And
yeah.
you're just supposed to just, and he's an
And that's
athlete,
not a relationship. Like y'all do
It's
not
not.
want a relationship. You just want a
They don't.
slave. And
They
that
want
again,
ownership.
put that out there for the people to know. You just want a slave. You don't really want a real relationship because that is just that you can't have that. If you it's all about me and my feelings. Goodbye. That doesn't work in any fucking relationship. Don't matter if it's fucking or not. That's just
About
immature.
you,
You're a
gang.
baby.
It ain't all about you, gang. But the moment that, you see a man make it about a woman, oh, you a simp, up, 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 up. But then as soon as he cheat, oh, nigga, I knew you had that dog in you. Like,
Ew.
you niggas is so ass backwards, bro.
And
Like,
again, why I
that's
hope
why I
y'all
don't
don't
believe
get no
nothing.
ever.
You know what?
I hope they never get any pussy again ever.
They ain't getting none now. What do you mean never? They not
Right.
even getting none now that they ain't paying for or
Right.
that they ain't looking at on OnlyFans with their hand. The fuck? You're
You
not even
lying,
getting
bitch.
any pussy
You lying.
now. And that's why you're mad. This is why you out here with them dirty ass fingernails click clacking on that phone with your fucking third grade reading and spelling, bitch. That's why y'all here misspelling shit, trying to call somebody a hoe and trying to call somebody a slut and all these other type of things. You bitch, you don't even know the difference between lose and loose.
Your stupid ass
You
be
cannot
out
talk to
here
me.
getting fed, getting fucked, getting your fingernails clipped, getting just everything you want. You could be getting that. But you just
That's what I'm trying to tell
trifling.
you. Like when you treat a woman well, ain't nothing she won't do for you.
It,
Ain't nothing she just like
it,
Clarissa was sitting up there talking about he beat bitches. Like you can get a woman to do that if you do what is right. If you do it, if I feel like heard, seen, safe, you know what I'm saying? I can be myself. You like my weird laugh, like you know what I'm saying? You've helped me do things I didn't even ask for. You're attentive, you're caring and kind. Like them type of things. Them type of things open that pussy up wide, bruh.
yeah.
Wide and deep and wet. All for you. Okay? Well, tight and deep and wet for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? But like all these things you can have, but on the psychological part, I think that scares a lot of motherfuckers.
Yes, it
I think
does.
it scares a lot of motherfuckers because they don't feel that they are worthy of
There you
love.
go.
They don't feel like they are worthy of somebody liking them. They don't feel like they are worthy. Like no, but you don't think you're beautiful. You must be. That's why men harp on
I have to
material
hurry up
so
and cheat on
much.
you.
Yeah, that's why they harp on material so much because I know this is what I'm giving you. But when she says, I mean, that's nice, but we this or that, whatever, it's not, you're not computing that, oh, I don't need to do the most. Like I just need to, no, you compute that in, she didn't like it. She's ungrateful. She's unappreciative. She can't accept me being a man. Like y'all, again, that personal shit keep coming out and you need to go see the lady on the couch. You probably need a prescription. Some of you niggas probably need some benzos. High key. A lot of you need medical mental attention,
And
honestly.
and that is hard to
but
admit. That's hard to admit.
but you need to go get
And then
it. And
you
it's
do it though.
okay. It's bro, that girl broke up with you
And it
in
hurt.
10th grade. I understand. But get the fuck over it. Bitches is
Straight
out
up.
here getting murdered, nigga. We out here getting assaulted, nigga. We out here getting beat up. We out here not getting believed. We out here getting groped. We out here getting cornered. We out here getting watched. All sorts of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why it's never even. Like the thing, I'm gonna say this is my last thing. I remember there was a joke I heard like several years ago. It was a man, and he said, I realized something when it's time to go on a blind date. I realized that when it's time for a man to go on a blind date, he thinks, man, I hope she isn't ugly.
Yeah.
And then the woman, her first thought on the blind date is, man, I hope he doesn't kill me.
Yeah.
We live in
Right.
two different motherfucking realities because as soon as we go out here and date and then some shit happens, then it's, oh, we should pick better. You can't say that we should pick better while simultaneously saying that all men are going to cheat and they should be able to do what they want. Then what is the use of a woman picking better if you're telling us that there are no good men out here? But then you want to flip it and say, there are good men out here. I'm a good guy, but you don't know nobody that ever sexually assaulted nobody. But most women have been sexually assaulted. Do you see how this shit
It doesn't work. It's not
exactly?
nothing. Well, we have David next. So I think it's this one. No, it's this one.
Yeah, the variety one. So
Do you want me to go down? How you want to do?
I don't see it on the screen.
Oh, you don't?
Mm-mm.
Oh, sorry.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay, is that the top?
Yes, that's basically because it's just the title of. Oop,
Okay.
yeah.
So this is, as you can see, by variety. So before I get to reading this, I'm just gonna give you like a little backstory. First and foremost, I didn't know who the fuck David was. I had never heard of David. I can't tell you one song from David. Apparently he blew up on some Fortnite shit. He was making his own music because he didn't want to keep getting copyright strikes from the music that he was using for his montages. So that's how he ended up starting to make music. And then the Fortnite community got a hold of it and people liked it and they started using it on their montages and XYZ, right? He was able to start I guess, a seemingly successful career. He got to go on tour with SZA on her SOS tour, got to open up for SZA, and has been just releasing songs and stuff and had a nice sized audience. But he's also from the streaming world as well too, from the game. So we're gonna get to the text here, but yeah, he's a singer. I'll put that in quotes. He's a singer who became internet famous, and he started a relationship with a young lady. And the
He's
only
like
reason why
half
I know
his
who
age. He's like 21,
not
14.
yeah. And so this is how I started to know about David, unfortunately. So per variety, it says David, spelled D4VD, has been charged with murder following his arrest last Thursday for the death of a teen girl whose decomposed body was
Damn.
found in the trunk of his Tesla. At a press conference on Monday, DA Nathan Hochman said that the singer, whose real name is David Burke, would face a first-degree murder charge, which could potentially make him eligible for the death penalty. He will also face charges for lewd acts with a child and for dismembering the girl's body. Says the victim, Celeste Rivas Hernandez, went to Burke's home in the Hollywood Hills on April 23rd, 2025, Hochman said. That was the last time she was ever seen alive. Her body was found 5 months later. 5 months decomposing in a trunk. Whew, okay. 5 months later. Okay. Hoffman declined to say how Rivas was killed, but said the coroner's report would be released shortly. There is physical evidence and there is forensic and digital evidence that we intend to present in court to prove these charges beyond a reasonable doubt. The charges include allegations that Burke used a sharp instrument to kill Rivas. At an arraignment on Monday afternoon, Burke's attorney entered a not guilty plea on his behalf. Hochman alleged that Burke was having a sexual relationship with Rivas, who was 14 when she died and 13 when she ran away from home. Burke is accused of murder with multiple special circumstances that, my phone about to die. Go up just a little bit. Circumstances that make the case eligible for either the death penalty or life without parole. Those include lying in wait, murder for financial gain, and murdering a witness to a crime, as Rivas is considered a witness to the lewd acts charge. At the press conference, LAPD Chief Jim McDonald defended the decision not to release details of the investigation sooner. My duty is not to fuel speculation, he said. It's to deliver justice, and that requires patience and discipline on everybody's part. This investigation was driven by a single purpose: to secure justice for Celeste Rivas and for those who loved her. Burke was arrested and held without bail last week following the lengthy investigation of the LAPD's robbery homicide division. The case began back in September 2025 when LAPD officers were called to the Hollywood tow yard to investigate a foul odor emanating from the car, which had been in the yard for days. The police found the decomposed body placed inside of a bag in the front trunk of the Tesla, which was registered in Hempstead, Texas, to David. The car was impounded the previous week after being abandoned in the Hollywood Hills, where neighbors complained of a rotting smell. Early reports indicated that David was cooperating with the investigation. A week later, he was linked to the body's discovery. He canceled the remaining dates of his U.S. tour. The body was soon identified as Rivas, who was reported as missing in 2024 when she was 13. In November, the LAPD confirmed that they were investigating a trip that David had taken to the Santa Barbara area sometime during the spring of 2025, following Hernandez's disappearance, and the medical examiner's office said that the LAPD had blocked the office from releasing details about the death.
My. So let me pull up. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, before you play the video, so this video, the internet is saying is like the smoking gun, right? So this was like one of the last times she was seen alive, especially on live, and she kind of dropped some information, kind of outed them a little bit, and people are thinking that this is the reason why. This may be the motive as to why she was murdered by David, because not only allegedly murdered by David, but not only because of, this gruesome murder that we should be on the
that's the tip
use
of that
this video, right? Not only this murder should be the reason why we feel the way we do because of this video, but also it was found that he had 40 terabytes of child porn on his phone.
40 terabytes is insane.
I wish we had like a little a chart.
Let me see if I can
so
find.
I can show. Yeah, because you need to see the difference between a kilobyte, a megabyte, a gigabyte, and a fucking terabyte. I need you to see how big just one unit of one of those things are from each other. And then I want you to multiply that bitch by 40. Okay? It's nasty work. So what's crazy?
Oh no, that's all right.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say what's crazy to me is that, I mean, I'm not no psychologist, you know what I'm saying? I don't know the data, but I feel it's very strange to me because yes, he was older than her, but in the grand scheme, he too was still very young. Is very young. He's barely 21. So when all this shit was going on, he was like 19, 20 when all this shit was going on, right? So, but even with that being said, it's weird to me how he could be a pedo that young. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I guess in my mind, because how it's always, presented when it comes to PDF stuff, these are usually grown men, like 30, 40-year-old plus men who desire actual children or like barely legal or just turned 21, like, something fresh, right? But to see somebody who is just as young prey on somebody who is younger, I think that's one of the things that is also kind of like fucking with me a little bit. Like you're still young enough to be with people your age that are young. Like I don't.
Like,
I guess, like I
why
said,
are
I guess in
you
my mind,
going so far as to go? Yeah, like you.
to middle school, because this
Yeah,
girl was. Because let's be clear, she would be 14. She died at 13, which means he
you was
had to
fucking
been
her like
talking
10.
to 10, 11. They're 10, 11. So, and you found this because again, the Fortnite streaming internet world, that's how y'all found each other. And you took a special liking to this girl, and they're also alleging that he, not murdered, but he alleging that he also had inappropriate relationships with other young girls. You know what I'm saying? So like, but for this to be your thing so young, I just that to me really blows my mind. But for you to have fucking 40 terabytes. Look at this
Now,
chart, y'all. Look at this fucking chart. There's a byte, one. There's a kilobyte, 1,000. There's a megabyte, that should be 10,000.
yeah,
Okay. One, 10, no,
maybe
1,
100,
1,000, 10,000, 100,000, a
a
million.
million. Yeah, I don't know why it says.
So I don't know either. Oh, never mind. I see what they're doing. I see what they're doing. Go back down. So byte is a kilobyte is 1,000 bytes, but a megabyte is 1,000
Ah,
kilobytes. I see
yes,
what they're doing.
yes,
Okay,
yeah.
so yeah, so that's 1,000 gigabytes is 1 terabyte. So that is 40,000 gigabytes of CP on that nigga's phone. On
Nigga.
top of the fact that,
Ooh,
I mean, we have to say allegedly, I understand, but there's so much DNA wrapped up in this shit, bro. It's so it's so much DNA wrapped up in
I
here.
mean, and there's motive. Like, there's so much motive.
Absolute. So
You're a
much
grown ass
motive.
man, fucking a little kid. Of course you want
Ugh.
to murder her. Of course you're the one, allegedly. But
Allegedly.
at the end of the day, why wouldn't you have your stuff done blown up? You probably was like, yeah, I probably ain't gonna blow up till she turn 18. No, no.
And the other sad part is that, she was listed as a runaway, but that's kind of where the whole discrepancy comes in with the family and stuff, right? Because a lot of people are also, with the parents, like, okay, but how did y'all allow her to keep running off and going off with this man and, doing this and that and the other? And it's kind of giving like we couldn't stop her from doing it. Like we tried, but every time she figured out a way to leave us to go over there type shit. Because as they were saying, she had been missing that whole time, but there's like a special investigator who's like, well, she truly wasn't missing. They just couldn't control her. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So, and then she was also being groomed. Ah,
Damn. Ah, damn. Damn. Can you lock it? I
n-
don't know if you can lock it. Uh-oh. Now you're gone. Uh-oh. Well, as Countess gets her camera together, she was. She was definitely being groomed. She was definitely being manipulated regardless of whatever the fuck. It's like, bro, you are double twice this girl's age, basically. What are you doing? What are you doing? This is crazy. Like the whole thing is honestly crazy. Bro, even if you did not allegedly murder this child, the fact that you were conversing, meeting, having some sort of relationship, I could never, in my 34 years of living, be able to just talk to a young lady or young man, whatever the fuck, that much younger than me. And then on top of the fact that you had all, all that damn CP on your computer, whatever the case. My phone, I think, is a terabyte, and I be looking at how much stuff I can download on my stuff. That's kind of scary, honestly. It's a little scary. It's a little disturbing, and like Countess was saying, I'm not understanding the parents here. Why were the police not called? Okay, like I understand, like your child having fit, and you know what I'm saying. No, Dad, I love him. Like I get that, But fuck that. You need to be called police. Why the police not being called? I think that's my biggest question. Because again, say your child is still just like, yes, I'm still gonna be with him. The police, they could stop this, somehow, some way. So I don't understand. I don't know what happened to contest, but I'm going to go ahead and play the clip. I think I'm gonna make an executive decision. I'm gonna just play the clip. And then hopefully Countess can be back to discuss how she feels about it. So here we go, guys. We're going to
media trained you.
What? Okay, wait a minute. How do I go back? How do I start this? Okay, let me maybe if I restart it. Here we go.
Yo, I media trained you.
No, you did.
That's controversial.
It's controversial of raping kids.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Really good.
Okay,
It's been a good one. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Mwah, 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 mwah. Oh my. Delete everything. Delete everything. Everything goes. Where's your media
I
trained?
personally don't.
Yo, I media trained you.
No, you did.
That's controversial.
It's controversial of raping kids.
Now, what? I mean, obviously that's not controversial. I guess I would love to know the conversation before that. Like, I want to know what was being like. Why? First of all these motherfuckers on Twitch just watching. I'm sitting up here thinking like, well, maybe this nigga hadn't blown up yet. No, it seemed like he had an audience. It seemed like he was pretty, pretty well known before all this hoopla. So it's just very freaking strange. The whole thing is strange. I really honestly hate this. It's so many of these predators and things like that on these games, on just these different platforms, and it's just like, y'all need help, man. Y'all need help. This is not okay. Protect your kids, y'all. Protect your kids. Let them know, you know what I'm saying? It's just too much, honestly. It's just too much. Poor Countess. I don't know what happened to my friend. We have been on for about 2 hours anyways. But you guys let us know in the comments, if you have any other details about these situations, if it's Meg Thee Stallion, if it's David, if it's Papoose and them, you know what I'm saying? Let us know what you guys think about this. All the things. I want everybody to just relax, take a deep breath, chill, smoke your blunt. I don't know, get you some wine. But just all this, if we just all just calm down, all just calm down. And I really don't know what took so long for the investigation. That I will say that. I mean, I get it. You want to make sure that the evidence and everything lines up. We definitely want that, But damn, like, we in the middle of 2026 now. That damn near been years on. How much? Oh, here's the Countess right now, y'all. I got you on speaker, Countess, so the people can hear.
Girl, give me a second because my phone died.
Oh my God.
It died. I put it on the charger and it said like 4%. Like, I was like, cool, I caught it. And then right when we said it died, how the fuck did it lose 3% in 10 seconds?
Damn.
So give me a second, though.
Right, give the Countess a second. Okay, well, you want to just pop back in when you're ready?
Oh Lord, did you hear anything I just said?
Yes, I heard everything. I was saying, do you want to pop back in when you're ready?
Yes, y'all give me a second. We're gonna edit this shit out. Thank you for watching. If you live, thanks.
We are. Okay. See you in a minute. Bye. Well, I know there's only so much that we can do to protect the kids, and again, and as a parent of a teenager, you know what I'm saying? That it definitely scares me to think about, anybody wanting to manipulate or take advantage But that's why I try to have these conversations with my son all the time, just about being self-aware, and again, not taking things so seriously, you know what I'm saying? And making sure I let him know everything online is not, you don't know who that person is. They can sit up there and say that all day. But next thing you know what I'm saying, you got some random just middle-aged motherfucker over here trying to be in this relationship with you, and now being like, oh well, now you here now, so let's just da da da. No, man, these kids don't have the strength and the capacity to deal with that type of pressure. So I just feel awfully for her family. I don't understand why he would even record with her. I don't even know why. And again, good job for telling on yourself, because it ain't like I want you to be out here, hiding in the shadows. Like, I'd rather you be out here very outward with your crazy. You know what I'm saying? So we can know what the fuck is going on. So we could be, privy to your behavior. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, damn, like the audacity and the boldness of you, sir, being able to just come out there and record with that young lady. And it was just like, yeah, we just in here. I'd be damned. Let me start there. I would be damned as a parent. My 14-year-old son talking about, yeah, I'm about to go over to my friend's house. She 21. Huh? Huh? Excuse me, what? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You've lost your fucking mind. You mean I'm going over there too? Like, what you mean? Like, how are y'all friends? Like, real friends? Like, that's what I'm saying. Being online and the game friends, cool. I really, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. I ain't gonna be super, judgmental or like controlling on that. Y'all playing the game, GTA and shit. You know what I'm saying? I know my son real good with the aim. He on your team, fine. You talking about coming over? And it's just y'all? No. Okay? No. Absolutely not. There's absolutely no reason for y'all to be hanging out. You are a grown up hanging out with a kid. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. There's absolutely no reason for that. Again, on the game, cool. Outside, having conversations about regular life? No. You know what I'm saying? Everybody hormones just going crazy. At this point, you 21, I know. That frontal lobe's still not developed. Okay? So I know you just still out here wilding and all that, but then you gonna go and bring a super undeveloped person in the mix with the hormones, and you talking about, yeah, you cute and this, that, and the third, and I'm telling you what, I have most definitely been not necessarily in this situation, but I have been manipulated and sexually assaulted by someone who was close to my family and everything like that. So I know what it feels like. I know, you know what I'm saying? You got them shorts on, you think you cute, you know what I'm saying? You about to go into high school and stuff like that. You see other girls getting attention, and you see other people, getting in some sort of relationship, or, you feeling like, you know what I'm saying? You feeling seen. You feeling seen. That's really all you want, is just to feel seen, not understanding that there are super consequences to these situations. The Countess is back. You coming up? Oh, sorry. I just put you up here.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Let me put you down. I put you down. My bad. I was excited. But no, I was just telling the people about how I too have gone through sexual assault and being molested as a child. And so anybody, that he definitely tried to do that. He tried to make it seem like, yeah, I'm just cool with your daughter, and yeah, I'm gonna bring my little nephew around and we're gonna hang out. Whole time he on some real creep shit, real creep stuff, and grooming type of things, where again, you're just so young, you're not thinking about none of these consequences. And so what I was saying was just like, what before you had to go was like, with the parents. Okay, yeah, your daughter, whatever. I love him, daddy, like Ariel did. But where the fuck are the police? Why are we not calling the police that this grown ass motherfucker trying to hang out with my kid? I said, now BJ, he be on the game. So I get it. Whatever, we on a team and shit like that, fine. But coming over and just being on live together, like this ain't shit. Huh? So anyway, we can play the clip again. It's very quick. I just did it in because you were gone. I was
No,
like, let me make this executive decision.
I've already seen the clip.
Okay.
I'll just see it. But I mean, you pretty much is on the train of where I was going anyway, because it again, this is like anything. This is like R. Kelly. This is like Epstein. This is like Trump. This is like any time that something to this level can be done, it is a ring of participants. It's not just David. It is his management. It is his friends. It is the internet community that they are involved in. It's the school, because there was. I wish I had the video for the independent investigator. I would. I think I'll, if I can, maybe drop a link when we drop it, whatever. But there is a video of an independent investigator. Excuse me, because the family claimed like they weren't getting any answers. So but he basically found out and also faulted the parents for, she was basically groomed and seduced off the internet. That's how she ended up going out there, running away, because there was also like the brother and the mother, either the brother and the mother or the brother and the sister mentioned something about her having a boyfriend named David. So like they knew about this nigga. Now maybe how much they knew about him, I don't know. I feel like the brother knew a whole lot because there were some Finstas and some fake accounts, but Facebook accounts, but they were the girl and like family members and people follow. So it's kind of like, you could follow the web of things. But what the investigator really hit on for me was that everybody knew. It was basically an open secret that she was with him. She was going over to his house. She was running away and all that. And the police were called. But it's just one of the many fucking failures of the system. Very large proportion of crimes that are of a SA nature or of a our culture nature, the person barely gets any jail time if they even get arrested. Most of the time, these are male officers coming, so they're already coming with preconceived notions and misogyny and not believing people. So they're also, or just looking at this as just some brown girl running away, or what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of other people's personal biases that can also help shit to get through the cracks, and not take shit seriously until it's too fucking late, like it is in this one. So there's more than one person to blame. There's plenty of blame to go around. None of it is on the girl. She was young, she was rebellious, she was being groomed, but she was not unlike any other young person. Like everybody knows, once your children enter the teen years, then that's when they start to get rebellious. But you have to be a much more tactile person when it comes to this, because you can't handle all your kids the same. Hell, you can have 4 kids in the same house and all of them different. You know what I'm saying? So it just really goes to show, like, when you are not pouring into your child's life, when you're not actively into what they're doing, who they're talking to, and you're not having these real conversations, maybe you're not the best communicator. So to this child, it's like, you don't let me do anything, da 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 da, because you're not conveying it into a way where I'm telling you this because I care about you, because what you're doing is dangerous.
Yeah.
Most time, if I beat your ass, you go over there and talk to me again. Well, why are you on that? And so it's just right. And then even from the girl's own mouth to her friends in school, that her home life was not great, especially between her and her mom and stuff. And that's why she was always running away. And she was telling like, y'all, I'm about to run away. Like, you'll see, da da da. And then she didn't be like, oh shit, she really did run away. So, but one thing again that he said that got me about everybody failing her is that she had been missing for a few days. And the parents had called the management or some shit And then no. I'm sorry. The school called the management because she ain't been to school in like a week or some shit. And then they found that's when the parents were like, well, she ran away. We don't know where she is. So how the fuck did the school know to call David and said she need to go home? And then they said she was home like later on that day. So all this shit is
Right.
ugly. It's disgusting. He going down. In my personal opinion, I don't see. It's a grave miscarriage of justice if this young girl is not vindicated in that courtroom by putting this man in a 2x4 cell. Like I don't, whatever, 4x4. I don't care. You get in the little bunk, you get in the bottom bunk a little bit. You're not getting the top bunk, and you about to be washing niggas' drawers because what the fuck? Like you literally seduced a actual child off the internet, and then as per the video, when she finally realized that she was being groomed, she's like, "Yeah, this actually isn't right." You like raping kids and stuff like she was saying stuff like that. No, delete everything, delete everything. And that's when they believe like probably a week or two later, that's when he got her. So again, this is the news that we do for use. We take no pleasure in bringing this type of shit. Like I said, I didn't even know who this little motherfucker was. He had to murder somebody for me to know who the fuck he was.
And then you got a
couldn't even do through your
song
fucking
talking about
music,
doing what you did. Like what? That's what I'm
girl.
saying. That's what I said, boy. When you was gone, I said, "Bitch, the fucking balls and audacity on this nigga." Like, I'm grateful because now it can be a little bit easier to identify who did this. But damn, nigga, you on some real psycho motherfucking Jeffrey Dahmer ass shit, nigga.
And you making it real hard for them not to use lyrics in court because you did literally you put the shit in, you made it into a song, and you made a video. Like what? Like you are a sick bitch. You are a sick motherfucker. Like, and I mean, I don't want to paint nobody with a broad brush, but this low key why I don't be into niggas that like horror or niggas that like real macabre type of stuff.
Like the spiritual super scary movies. What is that? The Conjuring shit?
Yeah, I ain't or just into like doing pranks. Like, I'm not into guys because to me, that's the surface level of you being a fucked up person. Because if you find joy in watching people getting murdered or scared or fear or what's the other one? People hurting themselves or putting themselves in danger or just flat out like not
when you be
caring
seeing the
about
freaking
people.
scary ass movies and it's always
I
some bitch with
don't.
her titties out and did she getting fucked by the monster? Like what?
Yeah,
why are y'all like this?
yeah, or like I said, the niggas that do pranks when you clearly don't care about other people's autonomy, people's personal bubble, people's time. You don't care about people's businesses. Because I just seen some fucking streamers almost get their ass beat at a fucking Wingstop because they decided they wanted to come back and like try to get and walk in the kitchen, and the motherfuckers had to be like, "Hey, get the fuck out of here, whatever," and then. It's always some stupid motherfucker back there stopped doing the fries and was like, oh, I want to take a picture with them. I'm like, this is why they feel like they can do shit like this, you stupid bitch. Like, you wish you was them. But if I've told you more than once to get the fuck up out of my kitchen, I'm finna come at you with this hot grease. I'm finna come at you with this motherfucking fire extinguisher. I'm finna come at you. I'm just gonna start throwing shit until you get the fuck up out my kitchen. Yeah. I can lose my fuck Wingstop, but what the fuck you not finna do is this. You want to go viral, little bitch? I bet you I have more followers by the end of this than you will. So, fuck David. Fuck all you weird ass niggas. Fuck all you don't touch grass, don't get no sunlight, creepy, don't know how to talk to a woman, afraid to grow up ass niggas. Because honestly, I think that's really where his PDF comes from. His PDF comes from he don't want to grow up. Because his whole life was being young on the fucking internet. And that's why he found no problem talking to a fucking child off the internet because he still thinks he's a fucking child.
Yeah.
He technically kind of still is. His fucking front lobe ain't fully fucking developed. He still kind of is. The nigga barely 21.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He was doing this shit when he did this shit when he was 19, 20. He wasn't even like that far off into fucking adulthood and still was trying to still fucking on a child, nigga. Cause I'm middle schooler. It's fucking insane.
Y'all niggas need to go get help. Talk to therapists. Drink some ayahuasca.
Yes, Scott. We know. We know it looks like that, Scott.
Oh, sorry, Scott. Yes, but I think that wraps up today's episode. Because
Yeah.
I'm just disturbed all around. I'm disturbed by the relationship stuff. I'm disturbed by the men who are okay with this. I'm disturbed by David. I'm just disturbed. And I want everybody to just calm down and, do some reflecting, just take a chill and let's try again next year. Okay. So.
No, let's try again tomorrow. Shit. Okay. Sooner than later, please. Because what the fuck is going on? Because like we life is at an all-time premium.
Yeah.
Black female lives are at an all-time premium. Just female lives. Because little young Hispanic girl. Like female lives are at an all-time premium. Do not let these folks guilt you into having into not keeping your boundaries and to not being true to yourself. Just like
Stay
man,
private.
and it's gonna hurt.
Stay
It's gonna
private.
hurt. You're gonna cry and all that, whatever. But you gotta be true to yourself in that situation. Because you staying like we did with Tina and Teddy, you staying ain't gonna do a motherfucking thing. Because that person has to choose to want to do the right thing. That's not on you if they don't want
No,
to
it's
do the
not.
right thing. And
Men
you
and
are
women.
perfectly within your bounds to leave a motherfucker alone that has nothing for you. You'll have a better life.
Agreed. Please, you all subscribe. Please like the channel. Excuse me, like this episode. Please, again, subscribe to us. We are here Tuesdays and Thursdays for just the sip. And then you get your big gulp on Sunday where you get the full 9 yards, chow. So yeah, please send any recommendations to us, any tea, any of those things to our email address at winesandchocolatesshow@gmail.com. With that being said, my name is Jasmine J, aka the Wine Goddess.
I'm Kiki, the Countess of Cabernet, and you have had just the sip. We finna taste you later.
Bye.